What's up fam, it's Leah here and today I'm going to be doing a moving Q&A brought straight from Snapchat, so let's just get straight into it. So when I moved, I thought that I should do a Snapchat Q&A or just a Q&A in general because I feel like I just did it without telling anyone, so I feel like you guys probably have some questions or just want to know a bit more about it in general. So I went to my Snapchat, leahruss, and it just asked you guys if you have any questions, and you do. So let's just do it. And if you don't know, I just moved to Melbourne from Sydney, so that's what all this hoo-ha is about. You guys have some good questions, like so many good questions. You guys are killing it. So the first question is, what made you want to move to Melbourne, which I think is a good way to start off this whole entire thing. So as some of you guys might know, my boyfriend and I have been doing long distance since January. I feel like we've wanted to move in with each other from the get-go just because we hated the long distance, but essentially that's why I moved to Melbourne, to break that distance and to just have a new adventure. What was it like moving away from your family and friends? I think that is 90% the worst part about moving, is leaving, first of all, my mum behind. I've moved away from my mum before. When I moved to Sydney, I left Queensland to go to Sydney and left her behind, but then she followed me there. I'm an only child, so my mum is like my best friend. It was just so sad to like be leaving her behind because I want her to be in my life always. Second of all, leaving my dog Sally behind, which you guys might know she's in some videos, is even almost just as hard because she's my dog and she's been in my life since I was like 10 or something. Even before that, probably 8, and she's my baby and I don't want to leave her behind, so that sucks as well. Leaving all my friends is extremely hard. It really does suck leaving them behind, especially because I just have a really tight group of friends and it's just sad. A lot of questions are like, why did you make the move? Why did you choose Melbourne? All that type of stuff. I didn't want to leave Sydney. Like, Sydney is like my favorite place that I've ever lived, and visiting and going away from Sydney and coming back to it, you realize how good of a city it is. I love Sydney, I love my home, I love my family, I love my friends, but it was important for me to come here to do what we need to do as a couple. At what point did you realize that you're going to make the move? As I said, I feel like from the start of our relationship, we were always talking about moving. It's obviously such a scary, big thing. It's 10 hours away. But it got to a point where we were just like, this needs to happen. I was waiting to get a transfer from work and I was just waiting for all these things to fall into place, and I just went, look, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna leave and it's gonna happen at this time, and I'm not gonna second think it. Like, it's just gonna be then it's happening. So that probably was July that I had that thought process that I was like, no, by September I'm gonna be there. Do you like it better? They're completely different cities, so it's hard to even compare the two because they're so different in so many ways. Sydney is like a city and Melbourne is also a city, but it's like an artistic, creative city, which I love. So I'm really excited to explore that. But we actually don't live in Melbourne itself. We live out of Melbourne. So that sucks a little bit because in Sydney I was pretty well close to the city, and we're not here, but we'll get used to that. It's okay. It's not hard for us to get to the city. But I think the creative, like cultural side of Melbourne is really cool and different to Sydney. So I'm really excited to explore that. So I can't really say that I like it better because I haven't had enough time here to decide that. Did you already find a job in Melbourne? As I said before, I was going to get a transfer from my JB Hi-Fi job to Melbourne, but then that just was not working out. Like, it just was not happening. So I have come here without a job. So I'm just trying to do a course on photography and stuff like that while I'm here, and just enjoy having time off and living off my savings that I've saved, knowing that I was coming here without a job, and doing really cool content for you guys. So that's going to be my full-time job, is my YouTube at the moment. But we need to go back to Sydney in November and December, so I'm going to be going back to my workplace then and working as a casual then. So come the new year, I'll see whether I want to transfer or not to a Melbourne JB Hi-Fi. I'm not too sure, but we'll see when the new year comes. I just got a snap from our friend Manny, and his question was, what is it like living with a rock star? I wouldn't say that he's a rock star. He's definitely my rock star boyfriend though. Is it hard making new friends moving states, and do you get homesick? In terms of making new friends, I haven't made any new friends yet. I had friends already here that are like Jake's friends, band friends. So I do have friends here already, but I haven't openly had to make new friends yet. So I think that I'm easy to get along with. Trusting people is a different problem, but getting along with people, it's very easy for me to make friends. Trusting them enough to be a close friend is a different story. Do I get homesick? Not quite yet. I'm alright for now. but I'm sure I will. How do you feel about moving? I feel excited. Like, I really do feel like this is a new opportunity for me. I've got time to myself to do all the things that I've needed to do, but I just haven't had the time because I've been working and just concentrating on my relationship being long distance. And now that me and Jake are together all the time, it's going to be so much easier to do all those things that I haven't had time to do. I feel happy and content that I'm finally with my man, because it's been like a long time coming. But at this current moment, I'm just excited for life here. Like, now lived in 3 states, so keep the good times coming. Like, it's just all very exciting. Alrighty guys, I'm gonna stop that there. I feel like that kind of gets the ground questions done of like why I moved, what made me move, all that type of thing. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a big old thumbs up and subscribe if you're new here. We put out videos every Thursday here on the Short But Crazy one. Heaps more moving videos to come. I want to do like a room tour and like all new videos with Jake and stuff like that. So that's going to be exciting. So watch out for that. Thank you so much for your questions. As I said, my Snapchat is leahruss if you want to be a part of the next Q&A on the channel. I love Q&As. I love just like feeling more connected with you guys. So thank you so much for being involved. Alrighty guys, I love you all so much and I'll see you next week with another video. Bye.